I'm going to make some witches' runes. Here I have some air drying clay. I bought for about £4 from Amazon. I've cut them up into slices. The witches' runes, there's 13 runes and 1 blank rune, so I'm going to make 14 runes. I use this clay cutter to cut the pieces. So I'm going to roll these into small balls. So I have a mould, so I roll them up into balls and then I will place them in the mould and press them down in the mould. So I'll go on and roll these up and so I just a couple more to roll, and I've decided these balls are probably a little too large for the mould, so I'm going to cut them in half and then I can make 2 sets out of these. So these are almost done. I've finished rolling them up through my hands. This clay gets your hands quite messy and it is difficult to wash off, so you may want to wear gloves. So I'll just sort them out into size, so they're reasonably the same size, and then we can start putting them in the mould. This is a mould I also bought from Amazon for a few quid, and it has the witches' rune symbols, and that will imprint into the clay. So I'll just start pressing these into the mould, and so I push them down firmly so that it catches the imprint on the other side. And once I've placed all of these into the mould with my fingertips, I will then use a little roller to roll them flat, just to be sure that the imprint is imprinting into the clay before I take them out. So I'll just go ahead and place all of these into the mould. Okay, so just one more, pressing it firmly into the mould, and then I will grab a small rolling pin. This is a pastry rolling pin, and I'll just firmly roll across top to bottom, and then I'll turn the mould around to roll the other way so that the imprint, I think we caught a little hair there from my dog, so I'll just take that out. Okay, so, and then I'll continue rolling side to side, up and down lengthways, and then up and down sideways, and that will just be sure that the print is caught nicely into the clay. Okay, so I think this is all caught nicely, and next I'm going to get a little scraping tool. It's a clay scraping tool, and I'm just going to scrape in between each rune so that I can get them out easily without them losing their shape, because rolling has squashed all the clay together. So I'll just make sure I can get these out freely and just scrape in between each rune so that they're separated from each other. So I'll do that sideways from top to bottom, and then I'll do that lengthways top to bottom, and that they should come out quite easily. And then to get them out the room, out the mold, I'll just push from the back and slowly prise them out away from the mold. This can be a bit tricky. Sometimes putting a bit of oil in the mold helps. I forgot to do that here. But once you find the knack, it's quite easy. So just push from the bottom and slowly prise them all out. So I'll get on and do the rest of these. Okay, I think this is the last couple, and then what I'll do is take a pair of scissors and I'll start trimming the excess off around the room. Once they're dry, I'll give them a little bit of a sand, but this is just take the excess off the room and then flatten it and shape it a little bit so that it keeps its original shape. And so just trimming off the excess from around the room. So I'll get on and finish the rest of these. Okay, so just shaping, make sure they keep their shape as well. You have to handle them quite gently because you can get your fingerprints in them. And I will leave these to dry for a couple of days, turning them over, and then I'll do another video on how I paint them and decorate them. And there we have 14 runes. So there's 13 witches runes with one blank rune, and I'll do a few more sets of these, leave them to dry for a couple of days, and then I'll be back with another video showing you how I paint them. So I've put them to dry, and I'll be back in a couple of days to show you how I paint them. And I've made 4 sets here, so I'll turn them as they're drying so they dry on both sides. and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching.